What's up, guys, and welcome to episode 74 of the Hive Mind podcast. Recording the podcast one day early this week. I typically record these on Sundays, but this Sunday I've got a family event. If you're not familiar, this Sunday is Easter Sunday, where we celebrate the resurrection of God's son, Tom Brady. That Super Bowl was something pretty fucking divine, so I've been an atheist for a while, but seeing that shit, it's made a believer out of me. So either Tom Brady is God's son or God hates the Cleveland Browns. There really is no other way I can see it. So, recording the podcast a little early this week. Had a bit of an interesting week this week. Very different from the norm. I was dog sitting slash house sitting most of the week, which involved me just staying at my dad's house taking care of the big ass German Shepherd. Because he is spoiled as fuck. He lives a pretty high class lifestyle for a dog. For example, he's got like this vitamin regimen, and like the price of these dog vitamins, it's like $60 a pop. Like these dog vitamins cost twice as much as people vitamins do, and he's got like this high-end dog food. Man, this dog is so goddamn spoiled. It's hilarious. So I was taking care of the dog. Kind of disconnected from the internet. Watched more like traditional TV than I've watched in a long time, which was pretty entertaining. Watching Fox News and CNN and watching media that I don't typically watch. It's just like wow. I don't know. It's kind of entertaining. So I had a good week this week, despite being disconnected, and it was nice to get a nice change up. But I'm glad that I'm back in the old gaming setup mecca here, and back to normal. So this podcast might be a little weird, but anyway, the reason why I was dog sitting is because my dad had to go down to South Carolina for a cancer surgery. Like, they didn't have to remove anything, but they had to like test him. That's my understanding. They had to test him to see like what the deal was. So we went down to South Carolina for like a fucking week, and got the results back today. And it turns out he is cancer free. It's all benign. All good news, baby. So happy to see that happen, and for it to be relatively not as big of a deal as it could have been. So it's always good. They say your parents kind of just go from being your parents to being old really quick. I remember seeing that on Reddit, and it's kind of true. Your parents go from like the superhero, like almost invincible version of themselves when you're a kid and they're running around doing stuff, taking you to football practice or whatever, to like all of a sudden you're in your 20s and 30s, and now they're like old people kind of. So yeah, it is kind of weird. Like, it seems like your parents just like all of a sudden one day your parents are just fucking old, and it's just like, wait, what happened? So keep that in mind, all you young guns out there, that goddamn, they fucking get old quick. As it's always funny, you say that when parents say that about their kids, how their kids are just, you blink and they grow up. But it's kind of an interesting spin on that. Another fun saying, twice the child, once the man, twice the child. In terms of you're only a man once and you're a child twice, because when you're a child, people have to take care of you, and then you get older again and you kind of revert back to child status, where eventually people have to take care of you again. But I plan on circumventing that, because fuck living past 65. Fuck that shit. So, all right. What else we got this week? I just finished watching part of the Battlefront 2 reveal stream. That was pretty cool. It seems like Battlefront 2. I didn't watch any of the single player stuff. I just clicked it on when they started talking about multiplayer and some of the changes they were making. Essentially, the game seems to be a lot bigger, a lot more depth. We're going to have a single player campaign. The multiplayer is going to be class-based with abilities. It's going to be like Battlefield in Star Wars, if I had to guess, which is fine with me. I'm perfectly okay with Battlefield with Star Wars. That is fucking great to me. It seems like there's going to be a lot more depth. They really were saying depth and breadth and really using those buzzwords there, so let's hope they can deliver on that. The cool thing is that all of the eras are playable. So, and it's a giant. It seems like this game. It seems like the first game was very strict on not allowing non-canon things to happen, whereas this game is completely doors blown off craziness. Not as crazy as I'd like to see it. I'd almost like to see, Kylo Ren be able to face off against, Yoda, for example, right? And have it be like really crazy. I don't think they're going to let it get that crazy, but they are letting it get crazy enough to where Yoda can face off against Darth Maul and Darth Vader can face off against, whatever. Seems to be a lot more open-ended, and all of the eras are represented. So you've got the Clone Wars, and you've got the modern stuff, and I can't remember the era in between. Star Wars fans are going to eviscerate me, but all three eras are represented, which is pretty damn cool. So let's hope Star Wars is back, baby. Star Wars video games are back. I'm fucking pumped, man. I'm so glad that Star Wars, the movies anyway, are back. We got the Last Jedi trailer this week, which was cool. Looking forward to that. We got the Thor Ragnarok trailer, which is fucking cool. We got some Hulk action, baby. Thor fighting the Hulk. That's always fun. I'm a big fan of the Incredible Hulk. Most powerful superhero of all time. I have a whole rant on this, but god damn it, it's true. He has no upper limit. The Hulk gets continually more and more strong. He's the only superhero that can really do that. He has no upper limit, whereas Superman, he's as powerful as he's ever going to be. The Hulk just keeps fucking going, baby. Can't kill him, and he just keeps growing, baby. That compounding interest, that's the way it goes. What else we got? This week, man, this is a good fucking week. I tell you what, man, last week's podcast sucked shit. Everything was bad news. This week we've got tons of awesome media stuff. Dad is cancer free. Some funny ass stories. There's some shitty stuff too, but for the most part, man, it's been a good goddamn week. So what else? Let's start it off with a fun story this week. God, this is fucking great. So, a guy on Instagram pretended to be a fake Miami Dolphins offensive lineman for 3 years and got all of these women to sleep with him because he went on Instagram and had this whole fake Instagram about how he's it's just he's a big black guy, right? So what he did is he just got blurry pictures of big black guys that actually play for the Miami Dolphins and just said that was him. So here's an Instagram. As I made history running a 3.0 seconds in the 20-yard shuffle, the fastest in NFL combine history. Then he's got another picture with an Instagram filter of him, quote unquote him, signing his Miami Dolphins contract. Again, just random fucking black guy. Then another picture of random fucking black guy in a Miami Dolphins 3-point stance with a uniform on. Then another picture of him in the huddle, which is more random black guys from the Miami Dolphins. Another picture, him hitting the sled, random black guys. I don't know how anyone really fell for this, but they did, and I think it's fucking great. And then he's got pictures with him taking pictures with all these gold digging whores that he fucked for 3 years under the guise of him being a pro NFL player. When in reality, this is just some big fucking black guy that lied on Instagram. And the NFL had to actually make a statement saying the Miami Dolphins have confirmed that they've never had any sort of contract with Agnat, which is his last name. He's never touched the practice field, and since then he's deleted all of his social media accounts. That is fucking great. I love this shit. That's fucking amazing that this guy pulled this off for 3 years. 3 years, and these gold digging horse bought it. And he just, oh, he's got a picture with him standing in front of a nice car. I think that's the only one that's actually him. That's great. I love that. What a fucking great story. Let's move it on though. What else we got? Oh, we can talk about the United Airlines thing. Oh my fucking god, dude. So, as I said earlier, I was dog sitting, and I watched a lot more traditional TV than normal. And Jesus Christ, I have not seen something covered more by the news than since like Michael Jackson's death. This goddamn United Airlines thing will not go away for them. Maybe it's died off a little bit since then, but essentially, dude got dragged off an overbooked flight on United Airlines. And if you're not familiar with what airlines do with overbooking, they sell more tickets than are available on the plane. Let's say the plane seats 500, they'll sell 510 tickets because they know they've done the math, and the math is correct like 99.9% of the time. They've done enough sample testing to know that like 10 people are going to miss their flights, so they sell more tickets in advance because they know that some people won't make it, blah 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 blah, whatever. So airlines have been doing this for a very long time, but occasionally everybody makes their flight and everybody is there, and then they've got this issue where some people have to get kicked off the flight, and that's what happened here. They overbooked the flight, and everybody showed up, and what they had to do was offer money to people to not take the flight. That's generally what happens. You get compensated. Hey, they take you off the airplane. They put you up in a hotel. They maybe give you some extra airline miles or some sort of gift card or something like that. And usually you don't hear anything about it. But here's the issue I take with that. I have no issue with airlines overbooking. Which I know sounds crazy because it just seems like a bullshit practice, right? But in reality, it makes the seats cheaper, and it works 99.99% of the time. I mean, there's how many flights that happen throughout the world, and this is the one instance where it goes wrong. This for the most part is pretty innocent. But here's the thing. These offers that they give people to get off the airlines are a lot of times bullshit. I think the offer that they gave somebody to get off was like $500 or something, and nobody took them up on it. And here's the thing: is that they need to offer. It needs to be fucking cash money. What generally happens here is that they'll say, "Hey, if you get off the plane," I just realized I'm not full screen. Sorry about that. They'll say, "Hey, if you get off the plane, we'll give you a $500 gift card that is usable on any United Airlines flight," which is bullshit. No. It needs to be cash money. And apparently the limit, the upper limit for this is $1,300. $1,350. So, $1,300, whatever. I don't know, for whatever reason, my autistic brain can't say that. $1,350, God damn it. That is apparently the upper limit. That's the most that they're allowed to offer, or like the most that they, I don't know, whatever. That's the limit that I'm aware of. But here's the thing: is that they bullshit that by doing it via gift cards and airline miles and stuff that they know people realistically can't use. They're like, oh, I just got this, $500 gift card that'll put me, halfway towards a unplanned vacation I have no interest in going on. No, make it cash money. If you offered $1,350 to whatever, what do planes seat? Like 200, 300 people? How many people? I don't even know. I know it's a lot. Let's Google it. How many people fit on a Boeing 777? I'm assuming that's what it is. 314 to 396 passengers. I guarantee out of 396 passengers, somebody would have been like, all right, guys, I'll get off this fill of the fucking plane for $1,300. I would have. Shit. So make it cash money. You'll never have this issue again. What else we got on this story here? People say this is gonna hurt United Airlines. No, it's really not. It might hurt them in the short term, but in the long term, I don't think people are gonna take a hard stance on United Airlines. Airlines are just a weird thing, man. It's expensive to fly, and everybody just picks the cheapest shit. For the most part, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but generally boycotts don't really work. Like, especially when it comes to airlines, when it's something that it's a service that you rarely use. Like, most people aren't flying all the damn time. It's one thing if you boycott, I don't know, Walmart, like something that you would go to weekly, and your boycott would really like show immediate results and be like, oh fuck, right? And you go to Target instead, which is right across the street. That's one thing, but airlines, man, it's you very rarely fly for a lot of people, so I just don't think it's gonna work. They lost a whole bunch of market share over this. Again, good time to buy United Airlines stock. That's my take on it. What else we got? Politicians are looking to legislate. Of course, you've got all the fucking politicians that jump on the bandwagon saying this is like the worst fucking thing ever. They don't need to legislate this. If they want to legislate it, make it to where it's got to be cash money. The offer to get off the airlines, which I think is legislated, they can't be gift cards. It's got to be motherfucking cash money, and this will never be an issue ever again. I guarantee, out of 400 fucking people, somebody's getting off that airplane for $1,300. Now to talk about the actual guy. The passenger they threw off was a doctor, and look, okay, it sucks that he got thrown off the plane, but in reality, like, let's be realistic here. He was being fucking difficult. Now, it is shitty that the airline can throw him off, but they can. That's part of the the end user license agreement, terms of service, whatever you want to call it, for flying the airline. You agree that if overbooking happens, that they can throw your ass off the plane. It's not like they asked this guy, hey, it's not like they didn't ask this guy, like, hey man, can you get off the airplane? It's not like they didn't ask him that. It's not like they just instantly started fucking ripping him out of the plane. No, this guy was clearly being difficult and refusing to give up his seat, which I know and I'm not being a corporate apologist here, but that's what you agree to. And if they say you've got to get off the fucking plane, then you've got to get off the fucking plane. And given the world climate of what's been going on with, fucking bombs and buildings getting rammed into and terrorism and all that shit, right? It's more of a sensitive issue now. So when you refuse to get off the plane, yeah, they're gonna rip your ass off the goddamn plane. What did you expect? But the guy, like, I mean, yeah, I feel bad for the guy, right? Who doesn't, you're getting forcibly removed off a plane that you paid for. You're not in the wrong, but yeah, if they tell you got to get off the plane, man, what are you expecting? Of course they're gonna rip your ass off the plane. They'd do that to anybody. So yeah, the guy. A lot of people think this guy's a fucking innocent angel. No, he's not. I don't think he's in the wrong completely, but if he just would have gotten off the plane, it wouldn't have been a big fucking deal. But yeah, it sucks. It sucks all around. I don't feel too bad for the guy. Look, he's gonna get a fucking monster payday from this. Dude, I guarantee he's been contacted by so many motherfucking lawyers. He's gonna make a ton off this. So, fuck, dude. You know what? You can slam my face into an armrest for all I give a shit. I'll take it on the chin for the payday, dog. Shit, I'd take it on the chin for $1,300. So, whatever. Victimized Asian dude. He'll survive. I wouldn't cry over him too much. What else we got? We got a fun video. This comes from Dinoflask again. This guy, man, I tell you what, this guy is legit talented. So, a lot of the times what happens with these kind of guys, these like one trick ponies on YouTube that do these like remixes or have like that one video that goes viral, they don't have any staying power. But this guy legitimately seems very fucking talented. Like all these videos he's made that have remixed like Jeff Kaplan and made songs out of nothing are fucking great. They're all really good. So I got to give a shout out to this guy. He made another song that is good, and he's getting some good views, man. He's almost up to 9 million views, and he's only been doing this shit for 7 months. So that's a lot of views in a short period of time. But he made another video of him remixing Jeff Kaplan into a song that is fantastic. So I'm going to play a little bit of this for you. Check out Dinoflask on YouTube. Great shit.
Somebody once told me that ranked is gonna roll me. I'm better off in quick play instead. I thought that sounds really dumb. Surely ranked is much more fun, so I queued thoughts of gold guns in my head. Well, the assault starts coming and they don't stop coming. Match against grenades, no point in running. Telling myself that I play for fun, but if you don't heal, I'm fucking done. If you don't change, I'll throw this game. I don't care if Hanzo is your main. I swear I'll pick for an attack. Then uninstall, never look back. Hey, now you're platinum, lock your name and go play. Hey, now got to rank up, got to earn that cool spray, and all my guns will be gold. No one goes to ranked without getting trolled. My last ranked game could not have gone better. I'm losing each game, can't climb up the ladder. So to help me get up to Grandmaster, I'm putting out a patch that makes me rank up faster. I wonder if what you guys say is true, that changes that I make the game worse for you. But Overwatch belongs to me. That's the way I like it, and I'll do as I please. Hey, now you're platinum.
Fucking fantastic, dude. This guy, he's batting 1,000. He has not made a bad video yet, in my opinion. So be sure to check out Dinoflask on YouTube. It's good shit. What else? We got another video. We got some good videos this week, man. This is some crazy shit here. So in Dallas, Texas, some hackers decided to hack all of the tornado alarms. 156 tornado alarms went off in Dallas, Texas at midnight. And this is pretty crazy. Tornado alarms are scary as shit, by the way. They intentionally make tornado alarms very eerie and creepy and scary, really, because they don't want you to be able to ignore them. Like, for example, if there's a car alarm going off in the background, like let's say there's been a car alarm that's been going off for 5 minutes. Eventually, your brain will drown out that noise because it's like rhythmic and it's not too insane. But tornado alarms are designed in such a way to where you really can't ignore them, and they are insanely obtrusive just by design. So this shit's actually pretty intense, man. I bet this freaked a lot of people out. And again, 156 of these things all over Dallas, Texas went off in the middle of midnight. But yeah, I thought that was pretty wild. This is not the first time that hackers have done pretty crazy stuff with I remember I talked about this on a previous podcast. Apparently a hacking group hacked into the hotel locks on doors, like the key card locks, and locked everyone inside their room. So hackers are doing pretty crazy shit, and I think this was for the lulz. The hotel hackers did it as a ransomware kind of thing, but these guys seem to just think it was hilarious to set off all the tornado alarms at midnight, which it kind of is funny. So anyway, that's all I got on that. Sweden. Let's talk about Sweden again. I don't know if I bookmarked this, but apparently somebody, Sweden, I thought I bookmarked it, but I guess I didn't. Where is it? Yeah, here we go. This is real, apparently. Um, Here we go. Ban cars to stop terror, says Sweden's best-selling newspaper after Stockholm attack. So this is actually like a legitimate thing that someone has proposed to stop people from getting run over in Sweden. They want to ban cars. What the fuck? Like, I remember memeing on Twitter when the first car attacks started happening, saying that nobody should have access to 200 horsepower. Like, nobody needs 200 horsepower, but this seemingly is becoming a thing. Instead of cars, she calls them effective murder machines. They must simply be removed from city centers and places where people gather. God damn it, dude. You can't, like, that's such backwards ass fucking thinking trying to God, it's so fucking dumb. It's so fucking dumb. Vehicles are easy to steal and there's nothing to stop their advance. Maybe you should solve the actual core issue, god damn it. Fuck. God damn it, dude. So ridiculous. So ridiculous. Vehicles have been allowed to dominate our city for decades, and it's the people who need space. It's vital that cars be regulated. Holy fucking shit, guys. What? This is a real quote? Oh my god, I can't believe this is fucking real. Cars are driven largely by men, so giving a lot of space to cars, we're giving a lot of space to men at the expense of women. What the fuck? Oh my god. Dude, kill me. Kill me, dude. Yep, that's the issue with Sweden, guys. It's the goddamn cars. Of course. It's the cars. Let's get away from that shit. Can talk about the Sean Spicer thing. Sean Spicer on it was doing an interview. This was earlier this week. And he referred to he said that Assad using chemical weapons was like the worst fucking thing ever, right? Which it's pretty fucking bad. But then he went on to say that not even Hitler used chemical weapons, which is a weird thing to say, but I get what he meant. Like, Hitler wasn't using chemical weapons against the Russians. Like, he wasn't using chemical weapons to fight in the war. Like, he was obviously using them on the goddamn people in concentration camps, clearly. But I kind of see where he was coming from there. It was a dumb thing to say, which he should have known, being the goddamn, press secretary to the White House. Is that the right thing? Yeah, press secretary. I think that's what he is. Press guy for the White House, whatever the fuck that is. Should have said that shit, clearly. But the amount of shit he got for that was crazy. Like he did an interview on CNN that I only watched a little bit of, and they were just like, "So Sean, who do you specifically want to apologize to?" And they were just constantly asking him to apologize. It's just, I fucking can't stand that shit where everybody's got to apologize for everything. And it's like the Prussian Olympics. I just can't stand that. Yeah, he said something stupid. He referred to concentration camps as, quote, Holocaust sinners, which is a new meme, I think. I think this is a new I think Holocaust sinners might be a new meme right next to alternative facts, which is one of my new favorite things to say. But I do think that him getting fucking lambasted over this was a little ridiculous at the same time, too. I mean, he just misspoke, and I get what he was saying, that Hitler didn't use them, Hitler didn't use chemical weapons to fight, soldiers and to fight the opposition. I mean, he did use them to kill people, but I don't know. I don't think it was that fucking bad, goddammit. Then, some people lost their fucking minds over, Rex Tillerson's quote, which I love. I don't know shit about Rex Tillerson other than he's the CEO, or was the CEO of ExxonMobil, which, again, a lot of people say, like, a lot of people think that corporate America and, like, people that run these corporations are just, like, evil by default, and I just don't share that same mindset. Like, I think that if you're the CEO of one of the most successful energy companies in the fucking world, you're probably a pretty smart guy, and you probably are qualified to deal with fucking deal with world leaders and shit. So I just don't completely buy into the fact that, a lot of these corporate guys are completely unfit to do politics. I just don't agree with it. Mark Warner, who is a senator for Virginia, he made it big in the cell phone industry, and he's super goddamn popular in Virginia. And he's a Democrat who has been on a goddamn winning streak. He's been a senator. He's been a politician in Virginia for as long as I've been alive, and is pretty goddamn popular. I don't know if he's still as popular as he used to be, but for the most part, everybody likes Mark Warner in Virginia, and he's Democrat on the ticket. So, I don't know. I just don't buy into the whole everybody that runs a corporation is evil and everything corporate is evil. But anyway, Rex Tillerson, people lost their fucking minds over this quote. He said, quote, "Why should the American taxpayers care about the Ukraine?" Which sounds very insensitive. And it is, but I love it, dude. I fucking love that line of thinking, man. I really do. Because that's the way we should be thinking. Like that's really the way it should go down. Like, all this bullshit that we get involved with is fucking expensive. So unless we get an ROI, unless we get a good return on investment for getting involved in some conflict, why the fuck are we doing it? But so anyway, Rex Tillerson gets a point in my book for that. Maybe not in other people's books, but I like that quote. It's a good one. Charlie Murphy died. That fucking blows dick. Anybody that watched the Chappelle show, Charlie Murphy has a fantastic storytelling bits on that. Funny dude, man. Funny dude. Sucks that he died. So that's the thing that happened. What else we got here? Oh boy, we got some good fucking car shit, man. I am not. I do work at a car dealership, but I'm not like a huge car junkie. But I do keep up with it, and I find it very interesting. Maybe I'm not a huge car junkie because I'm not in the market for a car. That kind of puts a damper on it, right? When you're like looking at all these fucking awesome cars, knowing you're not gonna buy anything in that ballpark for 20 plus years, it kind of makes you not care about it as much. But I have a big boner for the Dodge Challengers, man. I really like those cars. They're just fucking sick, man. Dodge Challengers are fucking sick. And I do work at a General Motors dealership, but my family also has a Chrysler Dodge Jeep store. So I'm not a complete traitor to the family. But goddamn, those cars are sexy as fuck, dude. I fucking love the Challengers, man. They are the shit. I like them because, all these other cars, like all these other, sports cars, they're all the same. They're all wind tunneled to death. They all have that same look. They're all going for track performance and cornering and that stuff's great, right? I'm all for that, right? But the Dodge Challenger is it's like a big middle finger, man. It's a big dumb rectangle with a monster engine in it. And it gets like 4 miles to the gallon, and it's just nuts. It's just fucking crazy. And yes, it does get blown off the track by cars that have way less power than it because it doesn't have a good, it doesn't have amazing aerodynamics. Just looking at the goddamn thing. It's heavy. It doesn't corner well because of just its design. But holy shit, man. It goes in a straight line fast as fuck. It's big. I fit in the motherfucking thing, which is a big deal for me because I'm 6'5" and I don't want to cram into some tiny little sports car. And it just looks like a motherfucking muscle car, man. It just looks the part. And this thing is unbelievably sexy, dude. God damn, I love this fucking car. This is the Dodge Demon, and apparently the old Dodge Demon. Let me make sure I'm not to Google this real quick here, but I think it's Dodge Demon horsepower. It's absolutely fucking retarded how much horsepower it gets. Oh my god, Forbes, fuck. Jesus Christ. Okay, fuck Forbes. I'm not doing Forbes right now. So here it is. The Dodge Demon, which is the new souped up fucking Challenger, 840 horsepower. 840 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds. That is fucking retarded. The last Dodge Challenger was the Hellcat, which did 707. This is 840 fucking horsepower. And it gets even higher than that. Apparently, if you put it in like drag mode and you put like high performance fuel in it and you do a few other things, you can get it up to like 1,000 some. But it'll do 800, unless I'm wrong, it'll do 840 horsepower in 2.3 seconds with just, normal high test gas, like normal just shit you get from the gas station. But was it like 1023? I can't remember. I don't know if what I saw was bullshit, but it might have been bullshit. That was before it came. Maybe the highest it gets is 850. But I thought I remember seeing that it could get up to like 1,000 plus horsepower. Yeah, this might not be correct. Dodge Demon. This is an apparent leak. Yeah, 1,000 horsepower. This might just be bullshit. Yeah, Power Mode 3 requires 100 octane fuel, crate PCM, drag mode initiated, like all this other stuff. That might not be correct, but 850 horsepower is apparently, that's what they said. It's fucking legit. That's awesome, man. So I like the Challenger, man. It's good shit, man. Good fucking shit. One second, my OBS just freaked out here. One second. We're having some technical difficulties. What's going on here? One second. What the fuck? Oh my god. What the fuck is going on? I don't know why that bugged out. Hopefully that didn't fuck up the recording. But yeah, big fan of that. So what else we got? Oh yeah, I didn't even show the video. This thing has so much goddamn horsepower that that the fucking front wheels leave the ground. I'm trying to find it in this. There's a video called Engineering Explained, how the Dodge Demon hits 60 miles an hour, 2.3 seconds, and he does all the math and shit. Here it is. I think this is where it shows. Yeah, dude, this thing has so much motherfucking horsepower that it leaves, the front two wheels leave the ground when it takes off. That's crazy. Like, that's some, like, Fast and Furious bullshit. But in real life, on a commercial car that you can buy, like, you can buy this goddamn thing at a dealership. Well, eventually. So, it's fucking sick, dude. I like it. Big fan. And in other car news, we've got the Tesla. Tesla is going to be revealing a semi-truck. So an electric semi-truck, which is the area that I've wanted to see electric vehicles explore. Because it's one thing to have like a smart car that, can carry people around and do that on battery, right? But it's another thing to have something that it'll be one thing to have, serious like bulldozers and, machines that have to have high torque and high horsepower over long sustained periods of time. If they can get that shit running on batteries, man. Wow, that'll be impressive. So I am curious to see how their how their semi trucks do. I hope, obviously hope it's cool, but I wouldn't get your hopes up too much on that. Tesla's definitely going to have some growing pains. If anybody's been keeping up with what's been going on with Tesla and maintenance on the cars and people's cars being stuck in the Tesla shops for like months on end, they're having some growing pains, but ultimately, they're cool. I think they're overrated as fuck. I think they're overvalued as fuck. But they do make some cool shit. And, yeah, I'm okay with them. But I hate the fanboys, dude. I hate the people that think that Elon Musk is the second coming of Tom Brady. Like, it's just not true. So, let's move it on. The U.S. dropped a 21,000-pound bomb on ISIS, killing 94 people. It was like 32, but as of recording this podcast, they bumped it up to 94. And maybe by the time the podcast comes out, it'll be more than 94. But as of now, killed 94 people with the MOAB. And anybody that's played Modern Warfare 3 knows MOAB, 25 kill streak. You drop in the fucking bomb, and you kick ass. Turns out it's real. We do that shit in real life. And, 21,000-pound bomb has a 1-mile blast radius, not a nuclear bomb. There were some people that were saying it was a fucking nuke. It's not a goddamn nuke. There's a reason why it's 21,000 goddamn pounds. But yeah, that seems a little overkill. I'm in a weird spot because I don't like it when we drop very expensive bombs on people because they're very expensive. But I kind of see why they did it. This was overkill to the max. This was completely unnecessary to drop that big of a bomb. But what this did was this was basically Donald Trump putting his dick on the table saying, hey, I'm not Barack Obama. I will fucking drop these motherfuckers all day. Whereas Obama would be like painstakingly like going, oh my God, should we kill Bin Laden? Should we kill Bin Laden? Should we kill Bin Laden? Whereas Trump will be like, fuck it. We got like apparently the story is that the Department of Defense came to Trump and said, hey Trump, look, we got this 21,000-pound bomb and we've kind of been really wanting to use this thing. Will you let us? And Trump's response was, fuck yeah. Why didn't you tell me about this shit earlier? Whereas Obama would have been like, I don't know. Whatever. Trump, I think, dude, Trump's going to be dropping these goddamn things all over the place, man. Which is going to be expensive. So, what else we got this week? Burger King in some deep shit. Well, not really. Burger King did an ad that I thought was very clever. The way the ad worked is it used Google Home, and it would hijack your device. So if you're not familiar with what Google Home is, it's like Google's version of Siri, where you go, hey Siri, whatever, do this thing, right? And they hijacked Google Home with an ad. And what they did was they said, hey, this is only a 15-second ad, so we can't tell you all the amazing things about the Whopper, but what we can do is say Google blah, 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 blah. And that would hijack people's devices to Google what the Whopper was, and then it would read the Wikipedia page for the Whopper. This pissed Google off a lot. And Google almost immediately broke that ad's functionality to be able to do what it did. I guess they put in some sort of voice filter to make it not work. But Burger King knew that Google was going to get pissed off, so they had an alternative ad play that forced it to work again with like a different voice. So Burger King circumvented that, and then Google banned them again, obviously. But the best part of the story is that since it was reading the Whopper Wikipedia page, people went in and edited the Whopper Wikipedia page to where when the ad would force you to Google what the Whopper, it would say the Whopper was filled with like rat meat and toenail clippings and like human fetuses and shit. So a funny story all around. I think this is ultimately a win for Burger King. They got some good publicity from it. And who the fuck takes a hardline stance against Whoppers for, oh my God, Burger King made me Google a Whopper one time. I'm never eating there again. I just don't think it's enough of a thing for people to, nobody takes a hardline stance on that. I thought it was pretty clever. So what else we got this week? We got that school shooting that nobody seems to give a fuck about. That happened. Well, I had a link for this. Yeah, so there was a school shooting. And now I realized that like this shit happened at like a kind of inopportune time to get a lot of press attention, because you've got all the shit happening with MOABs and Syria and all this other stuff that's really dominating the news, but nobody is talking about this school shooting, and it's a bit of a conspiracy. And I saw this thing on Facebook that, I don't know, kind of makes you think, why aren't we talking about the latest school shooting? How many more needless tragedies need to occur for our country to have a real conversation about gun control? The response was, because it was committed with a low-capacity revolver, the shooter was black, the shooter broke over a dozen laws in this attack, the shooter wasn't legally allowed to have a gun in the first place, it happened in a state that has some of the strictest gun laws in the country, it doesn't fit the liberal narrative, and gun control laws did absolutely shit to prevent it. What do I win? So I think that's goddamn nail on the head. I think it is a combination of that and the fact that you got all this other stuff happening in the news, but that's all true. That is all very true. And I guarantee if this happened if there was a different situation where if it was just some, random white guy that had his gun legally and it happened, that this would be way bigger of a story, but doesn't seem to be a big fucking deal. Nobody seems to give a shit. So that's a thing. What else we got? I got some more links here I need to go through. I don't know if I'll hit all these, but more car shit. Apparently, there's a 1,000 horsepower fucking Camaro that they're calling. So the Dodge Demon, it's the new Challenger is called the Dodge Demon. Apparently, Hennessy, this is not a production car, so it's not really fair. But they have a Camaro that they're calling the Exorcist that will send the demon right back to hell. It's 1,000 horsepower. Now, this is not a fair comparison because this is aftermarket as fuck. But I love big, dumb, loud cars that go fast. So I'm all for the horsepower wars. Look at that thing. It's sexy as fuck, dude. Oh, yeah, and the Dodge Demon comes with a fucking 4-point harness, man. Imagine you get pulled over by a cop in your Dodge Demon, and you have, instead of a seatbelt, you've got a fucking harness on. That's hilarious, dude. I fucking love these cars that are just so over the top and ridiculous that's fucking great. I'm all for it, baby. All for it. What else we got in the links here? The Oakland Raiders are now the most well-behaved team in the NFL. That's a fucking thing. Jesus Christ. Wendy's is roasting. Wendy's went fucking savage mode on Hardee's. So here's the tweet chain. Wendy's 4 for 4 is a deal. Hardee's 4 for 4 is 10 times better. And Hardee's replied, "Amen." And then let's see how Wendy's feels about which 4 for 4 is better. And Wendy's replied, "We prefer the original to a knockoff, but hey, that's you." Hardee's responded, "Just because you were first doesn't mean you're best." Wendy's replies, "Tell us the fourth person to walk on the moon without Googling it." Absolutely fucking savage. And then apparently Hardee's blocked Wendy's on Twitter, to which everyone lost their minds on Twitter. I think it's great when the Wendy's Twitter is absolutely fantastic. Even on their Twitter bio, they said, "We like our tweets the same way we make our hamburgers. Better than anyone expects from a fast food joint." That's great. Good on you, Wendy's. I'm all for it. I'm all for fast food and video game companies talking shit about each other. There was a thing where Final Fantasy and World of Warcraft and Guild Wars 2 and all these other MMOs were like talking shit about each other in some tweet chain. I don't have a link to that, but I'm all for it, baby. What else we got? Oh, one more thing. This is something that I fucking predicted this shit was gonna happen eventually, and it fucking did. I said eventually somebody is gonna get seriously hurt or killed from swatting, and it happened. UK man charged with swatting a US streamer, getting him shot in the face with rubber bullets. So this guy, he got swatted, ended up getting shot in the fucking face with rubber bullets, which are no fucking joke. Rubber bullets break bones. This guy could have lost an eye. This guy could have potentially been killed. You can fucking kill somebody with a rubber bullet in the head. Dobbs' home was raided by the police. The 20-year-old was shot in the face and chest with rubber bullets. Bones in the young man's face were broken. His lungs were bruised. Jesus Christ. The prank was done in collusion with an American gamer called Zachary Lee, who requested McDade called the hooks in. Oh my God. So fucking stupid, dude. So fucking stupid. I said it was going to happen. It fucking did. McDade is accused of saying that Tyron Dobbs was threatening to kill 3 hostages if the police didn't deliver $15,000. Dobbs, God damn it, people are so fucking... I can't believe people do this shit. So anyway, that happened. I think that's all I've got this week. I think that's it. No! We've got one more thing. I almost missed it. Here we go. This is fantastic. Oh, I'm giving it away. Fuck. This is Fox News. This was Fox News' reporting on the mother of all bombs that we dropped on ISIS. Excellent song choice by them. Let's play this video. This is fucking hilarious. Can you hear Mother Freedom start ringing her bell, and it'll feel like the whole wide world is raining down on you. All brought to you courtesy of the red, white, and blue. And that's what happens when a 21,000-pound bomb explodes in the Afghanistan-Pakistan region, where at least 36 ISIS fighters have lost their life. That is fucking unbelievable. That song is hilarious. That is like that song is one of my favorite songs because it's like pure fucking beat the war drums, rah 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 9/11 like insanity. Let's look at the lyrics to that. So that brought to you courtesy the Red, White, and Blue song is fucking hilarious. So yeah, Fox News used that for the reporting of the MOAB and immediately talked about how it killed 36 people with that upbeat America song. Brought to you courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue. Let's look at the lyrics. There's just some fucking shit that is next level on this song. And when I say I like the song, I legitimately do like this song. I don't know. I just fucking like it. I don't know. Here's a lyric here. Hey, Uncle Sam put your name at the top of his list, and the Statue of Liberty started shaking her fist, and the eagle will fly. Man, it's gonna be hell. When you hear Mother Freedom start ringing her bell, it'll feel like the whole wide world is raining down on you. Brought to you courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue. That's fucking amazing, man. How can you not like that? Justice will be served and the battle will rage. This big dog will fight when you rattle its cage. You'll be sorry that you messed with the US of A, because we'll put a boot in your ass. It's the American way. Dude, this is like lyrical genius, man. So much good shit from this song, man. So much good shit. My daddy served in the army where he lost his right eye. but he flew a flag out in our yard until the day that he died. He wanted my mother, my brother, and sister and me to grow up and live happy in the land of the free. Fucking A. Good shit by, what is it, Toby Keith? This is one of those songs that came after 9/11 that was just like, there was like that period after 9/11 where it was just like, America! And everybody was flying, like, I think I was what, like 7, 8, 9, something like that. And I just remember American flags everywhere, and fucking country music was just crazy with all this like rah 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 America shit. And I fucking love it, dude. I don't know. It's like this song is like the Dodge Challenger. It's just big and dumb, but I fucking like it, dude. I don't know. I can't help it, man. I can't help it when some of these lyrics are just great, man. When you hear Mother Freedom start ringing her bell, it'll feel like the whole wide world is raining. It's fucking great, dude. Good shit. Good shit, Toby Keith. You get props for your fucking 15-year-old song. What else we got? I think that's it. I think that's legitimately it this week. Let me check my list here and make sure. And I got some other topics here. Just not gonna fuck with these other topics. They're pretty shitty. All right, let's answer some comments from Hive Mind number 73. Sort by newest here. Damn, The Witcher 3 takes a lot of time. The DLCs are as long as the main story. Yeah, dude, I've been so goddamn busy recently, man. I've got some companies that are pretty pissed off at me. I've got some reviews I need to do. I still need to do my review video on Cellucor. I've got some stuff that Glorious Gaming PC sent me I need to do a review on. I've got a keyboard I need to do a review on. And, I might be able to get one done today, maybe. But tomorrow I'm fucking slammed. So shit, dude. I've been busy, man, and video games are not even on the goddamn agenda right now. Have I considered reading books or learning an instrument like piano, guitar, as a hobby? No, I don't really have a desire to have another hobby. The hobbies I'm really into, like I got into weightlifting and I do that 6 times a week. So that takes up a lot of time. And then I do still play video games. I play a good bit of Overwatch still. That takes up a good bit of time. I do the YouTube thing. That takes up a good bit of time. So my hobbies kind of have me pretty satiated. And the hobbies that I do have are kind of like, I can choose to put more time into them. Like it's one thing if your hobby is rock climbing, where it's like, how many goddamn rocks can you climb in a week? That's like a hobby where it's like you can only do it so much, right? If your hobby is like kayaking, there's only so much kayaking you could really do. But my hobbies, I can make as many YouTube like I can realistically make, I don't know, 3 videos a week. It depends on how hardcore I want to be at, my hobbies. I could weightlift and only lift twice a week and do it as a hobby, or I could take it more seriously and do it 6 times a week like I do now. So the hobbies I am into are pretty consuming, or at least the way that I do them, it's pretty consuming. I need updates on your butt AIDS, Zyback. I feel you may be losing weight too rapidly and it's concerning. There's always a chance of butt AIDS has evolved into mega butt AIDS, causing severe autism and loss of chromosomes. Keep me in the loop. Sure. This is a comment saying some Swedish politicians think they have a solution for stopping these attacks. Wasn't stopping mass immigration. It was to ban cars in major cities. Yeah, this was the guy that tipped me off to that being a real thing. And he sent me all the links. Oh my god, I can't believe that's real. It's real. P.S. Look up the relationship between Islam and Japan. No terrorist attack. They just don't let anybody else in, dude. Japan just does not let people into their country. Like at all. Like I don't think they let in. I know for a fact they don't let in goddamn refugees or people of the Islamic faith, but they don't even let in like white people. I don't think they really just don't let people in. I don't think bombing Syria had anything to do with removing Assad. It's just a statement not to use chemical weapons. I hope /think. Yeah, I hope that's true as well. I don't want to get involved in Syria because that's a fucking disaster. Here's the thing with Syria. Assad is a bad guy. There is no winning. You remove Assad, it's somebody else. It's Assad is fighting ISIS. Like, what the fuck? Like, dude, you can't win. You just can't win with Syria. Fuck them. Fuck it all. Well, Zyback, the vicious cycle of policing the globe. Okay. I think a WildStar expansion launch could be good for the game. WildStar is so incredible. Depressing how the first year went. I wish Netflix would have kept the Rotten Tomatoes scores. WildStar is not, like, they've had too many chances. They're not going to give WildStar another chance, man. There's been so many attempts to, relaunch that game that it's just not going to happen, dude. It's not going to happen. An expansion, I don't even think they're going to get an expansion. I don't think an expansion is something that game will ever get. But I hope I'm wrong, and I hope WildStar, I hope I'm wrong, man. I want that game to do well, but I just don't think it's going to happen. The destructive potential and ease of use of chemical weapons is a greater threat than pipe bombs. I enjoy the content, but respectfully, the strike was necessary. Chemical weapons are harder to track than nuclear weapons. Nuclear weapons, the fact that Assad had them is a problem. Chemical weapons fucking suck. I just don't want to get involved in Syria. And I don't know. Yeah, it's fucking complicated, man. That's kind of what I said on the podcast. It was I'm all for, I don't know. Yeah, it's just a shitty situation, dude. It's fucking shitty. It's like it's complicated. It's a fucking complicated thing. I don't really know exactly where I stand on it, but I for sure don't want to send goddamn American troops on the ground to deal with some bullshit in Syria. I know for a fact I don't want that. So, let's not do that. Dude, if you ever want to work on your grip strength, rock climbing, speaking of fucking rock climbing is really good for enhancing forearm strength. Thanks for pointing to Ben Shapiro. Didn't know the guy, but his videos are hilarious. Yeah, Ben Shapiro, I'm a big fan of Ben Shapiro, despite the fact that I disagree with him on a good bit of things. But he's good. He's fucking a really smart guy, excellent debater, and makes some fucking fantastic videos. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, I'm a big fan. Could always give fasting a shot. Helps you lose that last little bit of fat. I responded, I don't want to risk losing any muscle since I'm already relatively lean. Yeah, that's the thing, dude. I'm keeping my protein. I'm eating a little over 200 grams of protein right now, despite the crazy calorie deficit. Which my calorie deficit will not be a thing on Sunday. I'm going to go ham as fuck at the family gathering, dog. Gonna eat everything. But I've been pretty goddamn disciplined for the past, 2 weeks. I don't think I've fucked up once. But yeah, starting to get there, starting to get some nice definition in my stomach now. I have no idea how lean I'm going to get. No idea what my weight is going to end at. Currently, I am 205-ish pounds, and I just don't know how low I'm going to get. I'm not obsessed with being crazy lean. I don't want to be bodybuilder lean. But I'm just going to see what happens, man. I'm going to keep doing it, see what happens, and see what I look all right at. Do I prefer to be called brokeback or queerback? And I responded Zyfag. Zyfag, yep. First podcast I watched, really enjoyed it. Cool, man. Hive Mind 73 was not that good. So if that was the first one you watched and you enjoyed that one, then you're in. All the other ones are way better. This one I think is better than the last that last podcast, man. It's just fucking dark. Everything sucked last week. This week is way better. I got YouTube Red. Does it support you? Yes, YouTube Red is an excellent way to support your favorite YouTubers. YouTube Red pays the YouTubers you watch a percentage of your YouTube Red subscription based off of how much you watch their videos. YouTube Red is a pretty brilliant way to support your favorite content creators and get a service, you know, with the unlimited music, ad-free experience. Yeah, so I hope YouTube Red becomes more popular because, yeah, it's just fucking, I don't know, it's nice. So yeah, if you want to support me and all the other people you watch on YouTube without having to like donate specifically to each Patreon or PayPal account or whatever, buy YouTube Red and it'll fucking divvy up your YouTube Red subscription into percentages based off of how much stuff you watch. So let's say, for example, you have a YouTube Red subscription and 50% of the time you watch my videos, then I get that percentage of your YouTube Red subscription. Now YouTube takes a cut too, but you know, it divides it up. It's pretty cool. One airstrike was one thing, getting involved in another long-term war in the Middle East is another. Yeah, that's pretty much what I said. Perhaps WildStar should get in on the relaunch revamp craze. Not just going, yeah, dude. Again, they've had their chances. They've had a million chances with this shit, and it's not gonna happen, dude. It's not gonna happen. Some guy didn't get the memo on the Hitler thing about Hitler being a good leader, and then he went all fucking. He said, "Oh, Hitler was a bad guy," which means that he wasn't an effective leader, which is not. That's not how that works. So he missed the point on that. Yeah, you don't have to agree with somebody's morals to see that they clearly had a massive impact on history and had a lot of power. Genghis Khan was a fucking bad guy, but was also an amazing leader that like fucking ran the world for a short period of time. So yeah, that's the thing. Am I gonna play WildStar 2, Kappa? Love your stuff. Becoming a regular donator. Thank you very much. I appreciate all the people that do donate regularly. I have a good bit of listener. Not a good bit. It's not that I'm not making that much fucking money off this shit. I think the podcast might break even because I have to pay for SoundCloud hosting and stuff. But I appreciate the people that donate and support the content directly. That's always appreciated. And yeah, that's the best way to support your favorite YouTuber, Twitch streamer, whatever, is to donate $1 or $2. Because that's the thing is that you know, somebody that donates $1 or $2, that's like multiplying their value by like 5,000 of what it would be normally. Like they would have to watch an insane amount of ads to equal that $1 or $2. So yeah, it's crazy. So if everyone that watched donated $1, I would be fucking loaded. Yeah. So I appreciate the fuck out of all you guys that donate, even small amounts. I obviously appreciate the people that donate large amounts too. But yeah, you're fucking awesome if you do that. Hey Zybeck, do you have any loose skin after losing all that weight? And I responded, no, not that I can notice at least. So I don't know. That's the thing. So I might have looser skin than some people that weren't fat have, but it's not like hanging off of me or anything. Like maybe the skin on my belly is a little bit more loose than it would be if I wasn't fat, but it's not hanging off and it's not noticeable. So maybe I did have a little bit on my tricep area. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. I'm trying to position around the mic, but I had a little bit on my triceps, but that has gone away because I've been working out and get some tricep gains. And as you can see now, there is no wiggle, no skin flap, no fucking. It's fucking solid, man. No drooping at all there. So fix that with some goddamn. What are these called? Ooh, man, I'm sore from doing those. What are those called? Not skull crushers. Whatever they're called. Behind the head, tricep extension raise things. Whatever. I don't know what the fuck they're called. They fucking work, though. Apparently, they could be bad for your elbows. I have not experienced that. I think some people might just have the weight, be doing too much weight on that. I know you're not a console guy, but check out Neo, having fun with that. Cool. Yeah, that Horizon Zero Dawn game looks pretty cool. I've got a PS. Dude, I just don't have goddamn time, dude. I've just been slammed recently. I think part of the issue is that we label radical when it's used with Muslims. People think ISIS. If we apply it the same way we use it with radical Christians, then suddenly, according to the data, it applies to the majority of Muslims. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Ben Shapiro's got an excellent video called "The Myth of the Tiny Extremist Muslim Minority" or something like that. Let me get it right here. Ben Shapiro, the myth of the tiny radical Muslim minority. That's the video. The myth of the tiny radical Muslim minority. It breaks it down way better than I could. Yeah, it's fucking. That's just the way it is, dog. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. Play WoW. Excellent comment. I love how we've gotten to the point where crossing the line means using a different way to mass murder people than the general act of killing. But I guess it's been like that for decades, just catching up to reality. Yeah, it is a little weird, man. It's okay to kill people with pipe bombs, but the second you use chemical weapons, it's all of a sudden... I mean, I get it, but I get it. Chemical weapons are fucking bad. But it is crazy that, like, no one gives a fuck until you use chemical weapons, and everybody's like, whoa! Whoa, how dare you? Dude, I get so many questions about this goddamn mug. It's called the Bubba mug. You can buy it on Amazon. Prostitution is legal in many EU countries, but buying it is illegal. And then they go on some fucking giant tirade in the comments talking about the legality of prostitution. We're not going to get into that. The guys behind Honor Buddy also sell bots for Pokemon Go, Hearthstone. Okay. That's it for the comments this week. Anyway, that's it for the podcast this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, recording this podcast one day early, so things might not be as topical as they would be previously. But, you know, I got some Easter stuff going on with the family this weekend. And we got to celebrate the revival of God's son, Tom Brady. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video and the podcast. Be sure to check out the podcast on YouTube. What the fuck? I normally say this like so flawlessly. Be sure to check out the podcast on YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, and Twitch, wherever you want to listen to it. Also, be sure to check out my Instagram. I don't know why I keep pimping that out. My Instagram, God damn it, I'm going to post some motherfucking pictures on Instagram more frequently. I want to grow that social media platform because I neglected it for so long. So do that. Facebook, Twitter, all the things. Check them out. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Boop.